welcome to today's session. So you have the Gauss-Seidel iterative method in this session. So we'll just go to the problem directly. Suppose you are given a question to fit a straight line y is equal to x plus b to the following data using the least square and Gauss-Seidel method. You have the initial guess is equal to a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0. You'll have to perform 3 Gauss-Seidel iteration. So for the Gauss-Seidel iteration, it is in a way similar to the Jacobi method we did before. So first we'll have to form the normal equations. Okay, you have the values 0, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 2, 4. Same question we did before, and just find the values like your summation xi, summation yi, summation xi yi, summation xi square, and you have these values, and then you will have to form the normal equation. So your normal equation will be 4a plus 6b equal to 9, and it will be 6a plus 14b equal to 18. So you have the two normal equation, and now using that normal equation just solve for a. So your ab will be equal to 9 minus 6b by 4, and your b will be equal to 18 minus 6a by 14. Okay, so you have the two equations, and you have the initial guesses given. So to get a1, what you do is you will just apply in this equation. You have a is equal to 9 minus 6b by 4. So to get a1, you apply b0, okay, which is 9 minus 0 by 4. You have 9 by 4 is equal to 2.24. And now to get b1, you have 18 minus 6a by 4. Here you will not do the value from the previous iteration, you will just do from the just like we will get the value of a1 from the same iteration. Okay, here you will choose the value of a to be 2.25. Got it? In the previous problem we choose the value of a to be 0, and we'll just complete the first iteration. Here what we do is we'll choose the value of a from the same iteration, which is 2.25. So it will be 18 minus 6 into 2.25 by 40. See, and you will have the value. Now you have a1 and b1. Now to get a2, what you do? You do 9 minus 6 b1 by 4. Okay, your value of b1 is 0.3214. So you to get a2, you substitute b1, and you have this value. This is your a2. And now to get your b2, you do 18 minus 6 a2 by 40. Okay, here it's a2, the same value 1.7679, and you do the simplification and you get the value. And now coming to the next iteration, you get your a3. How will you get the a3? 9 minus 6 you'll do from a2, sorry, it was b, right? So you will go for your b2 by 4, and you have this value. And to get b3, your formula was 18 minus 6 a by 14. So this a will be the same a3. You'll substitute the same value. Okay, you are asked to perform 3 iterations. So after 3 iterations, you have your a to be 1.458 and your b to be 0.661. And on substituting this, you will have y is equal to 1.458 plus, mainly it is a plus bx. So here substitute the value of a equal to 1.458 and b equal to 0.661. Okay, so this is your approximation. And now, yes, now coming back to the next problem. So you have it, a question is to fit a parabola where y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square to the data. You are given with the data x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, and your y values is 1, 2, 5, 10. So you are given with your x and y. So your initial guess a0 is 0, b0 is 0, z0 is equal to 0, and you are asked to perform 3 Gauss-Seidel iterations. Okay, so this is your question. And now first what we'll have to do, we'll just have to form the use the normal equations to, like we'll have to form the normal equations. Now we form the normal equations by, we have the table, and we know the formula. Since it's a 3 variable, so you will have a, b and c. Since you have a, b, c, you will be having 3 equations. So you will be doing summation y is equal to na plus b into summation x plus c into summation x square. This will be our first equation. Since you had your equation was y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square, just take the summation, and then you will multiply by x in every equation and get the summations. And similarly, you know the normal equation, we have discussed it in detail in another session. So just find So just form the table to compute all these values. So just you have y is x square xy x square x cube x square y x square, yeah, till x raised to 4 and all these terms. Then take the summation and then form the normal equations. You will be having three normal equations. Okay, so then what do you do in the normal sense? You will just take the 4a, keep here, and you'll take the 6b and 14c to the right side and then divide it by 4 to get a from the first equation. From the second equation you keep 14b here, from the third equation you keep 98c here, and you will be having the equations to be in this form. Is it 18 minus 6b minus 14c by 4, 42 minus 6a minus 36c by 14, and this is your equation. So to get a1, what we do, we'll just substitute b and c to be equal to 0 and you have your a1. And to get b1, what you do, you have 42 minus 6. Since it's b1 and you already have the value of a1, so you'll substitute that a1 which is 4.5 here, and you don't have the c, so you'll just take z0 which is 0. Okay, and on substituting you have b1 also. Now to do c1, you have both the values of a1 and b1. So you'll substitute 112 minus 14 into a1, which is 4.5. You'll substitute 4.5 here, and again you have b1. So you know the value of that, just substitute it here. So this is your first iteration, and you were asked to find in a similar way up to 3 iterations. So going for next iteration, you have your a2 will be equal to 18 minus, you already have your b1 value and you already have your c1 value. Just substitute here and just do the value, and you have 2.5202. And to get your b2, you have 42 minus 6 into your a, it's a, and since you have a2, just substitute a2. Okay, minus 36 into it is c, so since substitute the value of c1. Okay, then in the c2, to get the value of z2, what you do, 112 minus 14 into, it was a, here you have the value of a2, so substitute the value of a2, and minus 36 into you have the value of b2, so substitute the value of b2 and get z2. Okay, similarly continue the same procedure in the iteration 3. So your a3 will be equal to 18 minus 6 into, so you'll have to substitute the value of a2. Sorry, here it's b, so you'll have to substitute the value of b2, which is 1.6461, and here you'll have to substitute the value of c2. Similarly do the iterations and get the value of a3, b3 and c3. You are asked to find up to 3 iterations. So going for the 3 iterations, you have your value of a is approximately equal to 1.4075, and your b is equal to 1.9388, and your c is equal to 0.2296. So your parabola will be approximately a, here it's a, which is 1.408, here it's b, value of b, and here it's c. Substitute the value and this will be the value of the parabola. And similarly, we have another question. So you are asked to solve the system using Gauss-Seidel method. You'll have to perform 4 iterations starting with the values x0 equal to 0, y0 equal to 0, z0 equal to 0. So in this question, you are only asked, your system is directly given. Okay, so since your system is directly given, it will be easy for you to perform the iterations. So you can just you need not form the normal equations. Okay, you can just solve from here what is x. So x will be 12 minus y minus z divided by 8. So your x is here. Similarly, your y will be 13 minus 2x minus z divided by 8. Similarly, your z will be 14 minus 2x minus 2y divided by 8. So you have your x, y, z here. Okay, and now since you have your x, y, z, so this was your x, y, z, and to get x1, you substitute the value of y to be 0, z to be 0. That is given there. So you have your x1 is 1.500. Now to get y1, what you do, you will substitute x1 here, which is 1.5, and here you will substitute 0 itself. Since you don't have z1, you will substitute 0. And for z, now you have your x1 and also y1. So for your z1, you just substitute here x1 and also y1, and then solve for z1. Okay, so in this way you have your x1, y1 and z1, and then you have your x2. To get your x2, what you do, in this formula, to get x2, substitute y1 and z1. Okay, so your y1 is 1.25 and your z1 is 1.063, so you have the value here. And similarly, to get y2, now you have x2, so you'll substitute the value of x2 here, and you will have substitute the value of z1 here. Okay, and to get z2, you have the value of x2 and y2, so substitute it here and get the values of x2, y2 and z2. Similarly, you are asked to do, okay, now going for iteration 3, similarly do what is x3. I will just substitute here the values of y2 and z2, and here you will be having the values of x3 and z2. Here you will be having both the values, x3 and y3 can be substituted. Similarly, do iteration 3 and you are asked to do iteration 4, 4 iterations. So do the fourth iteration also, and you will have the values of x is approximately equal to 1.209, your y is approximately equal to 1.179, and your z is equal to 1.153. Okay, so this is the method. The number of iterations to be performed will be given in the question. If not, just do till iteration 5. Okay, so this is the way to do solve the Gauss Seidel iterative method. Hope you got the session. Thank you.